Hello there everyone, welcome back to this video, and in today's video we are going to create a stack object or create a queue object of our own. Okay, so I have created a new file qscratch.js, and let's go and get started. So first of all, every queue will have a node. Okay, so this node will be something that will contain any value, and it will also point to the next node of the queue. So basically reverse it. So our first node will be this one, the front node, then this will store the next of second node. Similarly third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Also our queue will have two values as back and front, and then two functions enqueue and dequeue. So let's create a node first. So our node will contain two values, that will be one will be a value and another will be a next function. So let's create a node, and that will be a function. Okay, so I'm creating it using function, and this can also be done using classes. This can be done like this also. So class node, and inside a constructor you can pass value, and then here this dot value equal to value, and this dot next equal to null. So next will always be initially null, because whenever we will create a new node it will be a separate entity, and it will only have a value and a next which will be pointing to null. We will reassign the next later on. Okay, so I'm going with the function part. So let's delete this. It will be a function, and then this dot value will be equal to value. Similarly this dot next will be null. So here we have created a node object. Now in JavaScript everything is a object, so whether you create a class or a function, it doesn't matter, it will be converted into an object and then it will be used. So now let's create our queue object. So we can do it like this. So const queue, and that will be a function again. And now since we are going to create a queue, we will assign front and back on this object. So front will be null initially, because initially our queue will be empty, and similarly back will also be null initially. Now let us create a function for adding items into the queue. So that function will be enqueue. It will be a function, and it will take one value which we are going to enter into the queue. Now first of all we will have to create a node with this value. So let node is equal to new node, and the value will be this value. Okay, so our node is created now. Now when the node is created, we will check a few things. Suppose the queue is empty. So when the queue will be empty, then front and back will be pointing to this node only. Okay, so let's check if our queue is empty or not. So if this dot is empty, now we will have to create a function here that will give us whether the queue is empty or not. So I will create it here. So this will also be a function, and that will return a boolean value. So it will return a boolean value, and that will be if the front does not exist, if the front is null, then our queue is empty. Okay, so we are going to use it here. Okay, I hope this should work, otherwise we will have to change the function is empty. We can, what we can do is we can directly use it. Okay, we cannot use this inside a function. Actually, no, it will work. So similarly, this dot enqueue, because it is a function on this function object. Now if the queue is empty, then what we'll do is this dot front will be equal to this dot back, and that will be equal to node, the node that we have created just now. Okay, otherwise if our queue is not empty, that means we will have to insert it at the back. Okay, so the back will point to this node. Okay, the current back will point to this node, and then we will change the back. Okay, so we will move the back to new node. This dot back will be equal to node. Make current node your back. Okay, so I hope you are understanding what I am doing here. So this function will check if the queue is empty or not. Now our enqueue function is created, and this should insert the values inside the queue. Now let's make a dequeue method. Okay, so this dot dequeue will be a function, and we are going to delete our node from here. So first of all we will have to take out the front of the queue. So let's create a node, and it will be the front node. Simple, because we have to delete the front of the queue. So I have created this node. Now suppose the queue is empty. So if the queue is empty, then we will return empty queue. Now if the queue has only, if the queue is not empty, then what we will do, we will first of all take out the front and change it to the next value. So this dot front will point to this dot front dot next. Okay, so change the current front. Now we have changed the front here. Suppose if the, if this front is now null, that means we have only one element left in the queue. Let me explain this. Suppose you have only two elements. Okay, so suppose you have two elements 1 comma 2 in the array, or in the queue. Okay, so now, and you want to delete this, then first of all let's take 2 as front and 1 as back. Okay, so on DQ, on DQ 2 will be removed. Okay, now what we'll do is, we have taken out 2 in this node. Okay, so node will be equal to 2, and then if it is empty, it is not empty. So now what will happen is, front will point to front dot next. So front will now point to 1. Okay, why 1? Because don't get confused with this, take it from right to left. Okay, so this is the front and its next value will be pointing to 1. So now our current front will become 1. Okay, so that's why the current front will become 1. Now what we'll do, since the next of 1 is null because it is not pointing to any other element, we will have to change the back also to this node. Okay, then we will change the back to, okay, we don't need it, we don't need it because back will already be on 1. Now let us see that if we have only, suppose we have only one element and we are going to remove it. Okay, yes, so suppose we have only one element and then we are going to remove it. So the next of 1 is null, and now our current front will become null. Okay, now since front is null, we will check that if not this dot front, if front is null, then we will have to change back also to null, because currently the back will be pointing to 1. Okay, so great. Let's move this comment here. Back, front and back both, front and back will be pointing to 1 currently, and now when we will change it, so front will become null. Okay, now when the front is null, this if will go inside if condition will be true, and back will also become null. So now our deletion is complete, and then in the end what we'll do is we will return this node, because dequeue is a function that returns the deleted node. So we will return this node. Now let's see if this is working or not. Let me create a constant q is equal to new q q dot enqueue 1. Similarly we will add 2-3 elements more. Okay, so 1 2, okay, sorry, 3 4 5. Okay, so we have added 5 elements in the queue, and let us print the queue also. So how we will do that? So we'll have to create one more method for this. So it will be this dot print. It will be a function again, and this function will be used to print the elements of the queue. Suppose if queue is empty, then it will say that the queue is empty, we cannot print anything. So if this dot is empty, then return empty queue. Okay, and if the queue is not empty, then we will have to print the queue. So how we'll do that? Let us create an array. Okay, so this array will be holding all the elements of our queue. Now we'll see that while let us take a node here, not constant, because we will need to change that. Let node equal to this dot front. So we will traverse from front to end. Okay, so while node, if node exists, then what we'll do is we will just push the node value, node dot value, and what we'll do here is we will change the node to node dot next. Okay, so this will be used in printing the queue. Now let's print here. So q dot print. Now let me run the code. So node q scratch.js. okay, it is giving error. This dot back dot next is equal to next. Where I have done this should current back will point to this node. Okay, okay, we have not printed anything because we have not used console.log. Okay, we'll need to print it here only in the front, in the print method. So console.log tmp. Okay, this will not be available here. hmm. And will console log, will not return it. So console.log mtq. Great. Now it should work. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is our queue. Now what we'll do is we will call dequeue method, and then we will print again. Okay, let me clear this terminal first. No, so see, we have first pushed 1 to the queue and 1 is being removed here. Now let's see some time complexities here. How much time which method is taking. So as you can see that, let's consider for push. Okay, so I will run queue.js first, and then we will see the push time or the enqueue time. Let me remove this code from here. So push time is 0.214 millisecond. Similarly, what I will do is I will do the same thing for enqueue operation. And here I will change it to time. Now let's see which approach is faster. So it will be queuescratch.js. Push time is 0.169 millisecond. Okay, so the approach by creating your own object is faster. So great. Similarly, you can check the time for dequeue also. I think this will be faster again, because in our original using arrays, what we are using is we are using the shift method. Where it is, I think I've removed the code. Okay, so this will be faster again. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and let's meet in the next video soon.